I, Simran Advani,
and I, Rehat Kaur, are today here to interact with the Dean Academics of our school, Mr. Shrivastava sir, for the annual magazine Wester 2021.
Okay, I am SPS Shrivastava, Dean Academics of this school, that is Sagarites school, Rajinagar. During my long career in education, I should say 50 years of education, I have not seen such a tragedy during this period. Actually, this is a period where the student had lost many more things. Though our teachers and our teacher fraternity tried their level best to give some alternative methods of the education, they have arranged for the online education, they arranged for the webinars, they invited number of scholars from different categories of life, and they delivered different lectures for the student. But even then, I feel that the student still has lost a lot. This is my impression about this. As far as the student part is concerned, I should say the student, they also try level best to grasp the concept of the subject. They also attended many different seminars, webinars and all other things, and though all the measures have been taken to anyhow fulfill this gap, but even then some gap is left, and therefore the student have up to certain extent suffered during this pandemic. Now, the bright side of this pandemic, that it has thrown a globally challenge to the mankind. How can you face this challenge? What are the new ways and means so that this human race can unitedly face this pandemic? So, and we should say that our scientists, our frontline workers, our warriors, they did a commendable job to surpass over this disaster or this calamity. So this is a bright value of the pandemic, that it has given us new lesson how to survive in a difficult situation and what can we do unitedly, and this has actually increased a sort of a cohesion between the different countries. They help each other also.
As we know, sir, during this pandemic, everyone has faced challenges, negative and positive both. The whole world is facing. According to you, what were those challenges you yourself faced during this?
This is a very right question. Actually, I was teacher since 1971 and I was teaching physics. Now, I am still teaching physics to the class 12th. Now, during this time, it was really a challenge for me how to teach the children. So, I also learned how to take the online classes. This is my last achievement in life. Okay, I could also learn how to teach a student online. I also arranged in my room the camera, this laptop and everything I arranged, and I also took my lesson online. This is my personal achievement. I could learn this type of online classes. Okay.
Indeed.
So, as we know that there is no mathematical formula for grieving loss, so what were the problems you faced in this pandemic?
Okay, as far as my problem is concerned, I also jailed in my house for 6 long months. And during this time, I wrote few articles also on this pandemic, and I found that was a very leisure time to think over a new problem, to write down some articles you can write down. I could read number of books which I never thought of reading if suppose I couldn't get this time. So it was really a good time for me also, that I could read or I could do those work which I could never do before it.
Okay, sir, like last year, we all faced the COVID-19 challenge. With it also came the National Education Policy of 2020. Things have been unusual last year in many ways, whether it was the pandemic or the NEP policy. Now, it has brought a change in the education system vastly. What is your reflection on it?
Yeah. Look, I could find out 2 very important points in this new education policy. Number 1, it is always spoken by the different scholars and by different scholars that the most receptive age of the child is between 3 to 5. The child has a tremendous capacity to learn different things in this particular age. And this particular age was actually not taken care of. But in this new education policy, 3 years to 5 years has been given a due importance, and the nursery classes will be started in every school. This is the number one important point. Though, and previously nursery classes was not the part of the education system. Even in Kendriya Vidyalaya, or I should say central school, the school start from first. Now they are also planning to create nursery classes. That means first will come after 3 years of education in the school. This is number one. Number 2 point, it has given a due importance for vocational education. And after 8th class, that means starting from 9th, the vocational courses will be started for the student, so they can become independent and they can start their own startup or their own business. This is the second important point which I liked.
Yes, sir. Indeed, it has reflected a lot.
So what do you think? What positive effects is it going to have on our school?
Of this education is
Yes, on our school, how will we take?
देखिए, our school already running nursery classes.
Yes.
As far as I discussed about the first point,
I
we are already running nursery classes since last many years. So that part we have already taken care of. The second part, that from 9th onward we will have the vocational courses, that will definitely increase the knowledge of the student, and they will feel rather more self-sufficient. So it will add to their vocational and their business point of view.
And sir, lastly but not least, what is your message during this pandemic, how we all have coped up, to the Sagarites of our school?
Okay. This is very clearly proved that any problem, any disaster, any calamity can occur at any time.
I totally agree with that.
So you should always be ready to face it.
Yeah.
There is no time to which you can call that is a very positive time. Any time, anything can happen. This is the principle of human life.
And every
So
problem.
I said you, all the girls and boys of this school and all other boys and schools, that be ready for anything which is about to come. And you should have proper courage, proper education, proper background to face it. And mind it, whenever there is such type of the calamity, your cohesion, your cooperation, your togetherness will definitely diminish the magnitude of your problem. So be very cohesive, be always have a togetherness attitude, and we will definitely, when there is a problem, there is a solution also.
Every
Our
time
Prime Minister
there is.
tells, if suppose 1 lakh problem is there, then 1 crore solution is also
So,
there.
Very true.
So
Yes,
don't be
sir.
afraid of anything in future. Okay?
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your time.